Hello. How are you two doing? And you. Which ones do I want to use? Do I want to use this? That's a bit much. Love that that doesn't change anything. My day was okay. I went through my exam, and I think I did pretty well. And after today's stream, I have to finish up a presentation slide that I have for a presentation that I have tomorrow. Those shaders don't work. Those shaders are too dark. I'm... Hmm. I'm not convinced that this is good. Hang on, chat. I'm already having to leave because my dad wants me to help with something. I'll be right back. Okay. Why did the music stop? Oh, it didn't. Back. Atmospherics. This certainly is bad. Hello, Lily. Okay, I'm not going to deal with this one. Photon's not bad, if I'm not mistaken. This is a pretty good shader. I might run this. But how do I feel about it in comparison to this? Yeah, no, I just like this, actually. Putting off E-Man 9 for 4 years now. I think it's time for the grind. Congrats, maybe? Join VC. In a moment. Anyway, back to what I was saying, chat. How was everybody? How was thy days? Hopefully they were pretty decent. Very day. Very ass day? Sad day? Okay. I'm still sick and it's all your fault. Okay. I'm not sure how I got you sick. I don't even think that I was sick, but it's fine. Did I turn the chat back on? I didn't. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Oh, you little goofballs. Let's turn you back on. Yo. Why is it not all like this? This would be awesome. Wait. Hello, Copsy. Can I... Atmosphere. Nether. You joined 7 days ago? Joined what 7 days ago? No! No! I like it. I like the white. Give me the white. The white looks so much better. Why is it red? Go back. Hypixel Skyblock. Congrats. Why is it red? Oh, I see. I could have made it so much better if I just simply turned on Fulbright. How convenient. Do I have... Wait. Oh, wow, wow. That, like, helps. Being able to see. It looks so bright. Yeah. That is usually how night vision works. I don't necessarily want to be running around in the dark, you know? Why does that happen? I guess I could go back to just using the Fulbright over it instead. Hello, Blunk. Oh, okay, cool. No, that's great. I didn't want the venomous stacking at all. That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, that probably just looks better, huh? Yeah. Alright, Lurks wanted to VC, I think. Let me do it after this boss. Alright, glowing bright eyes. What the fuck? I can't see anything, but they can certainly see everything. 10 mil diamonds or 10 mil gold? One of those makes, like, more money. Well, I'm not joining that VC. Is it other? No, it's not performance settings. There has to be a way where I can change that. Fun? Maybe? go 0.6 maybe. Oh yeah, that doesn't feel nearly as blinding. Okay, cool. I don't care for coins, I need them for 200 skeleton keys. Probably at least one of them. We'll say... I feel like diamonds is generally more of a bitch right now because it's competitive sometimes, but I don't really know because I am not an avid, like, miner. Is this active? It is active. Why can't I see? /tab list. Maybe it's because I AFK'd for too long. Wild. How... How did we re-enable that? I already said diamonds. I already answered the question. Classic. You get 0 input on this. How dare you? BZ Gummy. Mean? It's me, baby. No, I'm saying you should probably do diamonds because of that. It might just be more annoying, but easier to get out of the way. So. Because I feel like gold is pretty... kind of like Classic said, brainless, even if you're insta mining stuff. I mean, diamonds are also brainless, but, like, more people end up pissing you off, I feel like, with diamonds than with gold. On it. I didn't. I silently did it with my wonderful, wonderful, amazing monster energy can. I sent you image. Wow. You send me a lot of those, so that's not very descriptive, but I will look in a moment. So real. How long did it take you to kill tier 5? What do you mean? Like the first time I killed it, or do you mean like what's my average kill time? Yeah is not an answer to my question. First time? The first try. This boss came out. This boss isn't that old. And I've been at the point of the game that I'm at right now for about a year. In fact, hang on. How old is this boss? I have a thing. About 7 months old. It didn't take very much prep for me because I just put on some Crimson, and then at the time it was any high damaging weapon, so Tormentor or Claymore would do better than its own Slayer weapon. And then other than that, Flay. And I've never struggled with it. This Slayer might be one of the few things that I do actually record. I think I need to record these streams because it's very different. You can only do 2, 3. Yeah. If you watch Firthgu's Slayer to Hyperion series, you might be able to watch how he got through it. Can I kill bats in time? That's what this is for. Bouquet is pretty useful for that, if you can get one. Because you can kind of just stare at the boss and then hold right click. I mean, you're going to take the health damage from the bouquet itself, but taking the health damage to kill the bats is better than the bats killing you. Also, a sub-level 95 with Hab 4 Prime doing tier 5. Yeah, that tracks. So if you see me holding the Bouquet of Lies while staring at the spider, like, you see the bats? They're now all dead because the flowers go and kill it, and I've only used a third of my HP to do that, rather than them taking away all of my HP. Now, you might be taking more damage than I will. In fact, you will be taking more damage than I am. So maybe it's not plausible for you, but I mean, at least for a tier 4, I don't think that that should hurt. You probably wouldn't be able to do a tier 5 if I had to guess. But maybe. There's potential. Papa wand heal before using Bouquet of Lies. What Jayhawk said. I do, like, forget that healing items exist sometimes. The only one that I use at this point in age is just Hyperion. And that's the only time I've been using my Hyperion during the Slayers, during, like, the last phase. Like, if I look at my HP and I realize that I held right-click with the Bouquet for too long, and I'm like, oh my god, I have, like, 2 hearts left. Let me right-click And now I have 10 hearts. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Spider Slayer. I did not want the L. Holy shit. Also, chat, I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week, but I have a big stream in terms of how much money I'm spending, and I might be spending 1 billion coins. On something very fucking stupid that I think that everyone should be there for. So working on Spider 7, but I started to do other things and forgot about it. Spider 7's not bad to have. I don't know if it's truly... Is Spider 7 worth it for anything? Man's gonna gamble 1 bill worth of skeleton keys. No, this is gonna give me 0 benefit in the game whatsoever. At least skeleton keys, I'd make some of my money back. This, I will literally have 0 return. Actual 0 return. Allies? Which one? Is it just the Tarantula Talisman? What if anyone has Kind 5 Hypermax Sting? Yeah, probably. Short bow? Oh, I guess. Yeah. I mean, you could use Spider, but... I mean, for the rest of the game, not just Spider, right? Survivor Cube? I don't know if that's useful. I don't remember what the Survivor Cube is used for. How do I see my commissions in the Dwarven Caves? We're gonna have to be a bit more descriptive. What do we mean? Like, as a mod, or... MP as MP? Is the Survivor Cube a talisman? I don't remember. Yeah? Okay. That would make sense. Thanks, Hypixel. No, yeah, go ahead. No, I appreciate that. That's only been an issue repeatedly. Constantly, in fact. I am in a Slayer and I get kicked from game. I start a Slayer and I stab it and then it kicks me from the game. Start a Spider Slayer in the Crimson Isle. Start stabbing the boss. Get kicked. That one. No says disconnect fix, but I don't know if it actually works. See, again, that's one of those things from No Frills that I don't trust, though. No Frills is just sketchy. All in all. But if you mean... I don't know how to check what they are or what to do. Yeah, so you talk to the king repeatedly until you unlock all the emissaries. Then you talk to the emissaries, and eventually you will unlock the pigeon, the royal pigeon. And then you use that. Put my superior dragon armor in the museum because I didn't know I could get it back. How does that mean you didn't know that you could get it back? Cozy Rust, it'll say mining commissions, and then it'll say the name of the commission, but those won't tell you what to do. No, but that's not what he said, DSD. He said, I put my superior dragon armor in the museum because I didn't know I couldn't get it back. Oh, wait, no, he does. Oh, yeah. No, you can grab. What the fuck? Hello? Grab it. Go grab it. Go back to the museum and click on it. You're so right, DSD. You're so smart. Go click the armor. You're so big brain. I guess I saw too many of the same word. I don't have dyslexia. I just completely ignored one of the words. That's all. I'm just an idiot. That's all it is. Ain't no self-diagnosis here. I was not worried. Too short to read is in fact proper. No, you don't. You don't love anybody here. You don't know a single person here. Try again. We do not support parasocial relationships. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're welcome. Where did he go? Right there. Level maxed out. Oh, that's great. No, that's, yeah. Uh-huh. I'm off to do tier 4 rev now. Do tier 5. No balls. Or maybe you have them. I don't know. Can't not rev 7. Is that a requirement? I have not done rev in so long. Okay, let me rephrase. I have not grinded for rev levels in so long. It is? Oh, shit. Do a tier 5 anyway, no balls. E-Man and Sven. No. Actually, I don't know what my lowest are. At all. I don't think I went past E-Man 9. I'm pretty sure the moment I got it, I stopped. I could be wrong, but I believe that's how that happened. And then Blaze, I think I did the same thing. As soon as I finished it, I stopped. But I could be wrong on that one. Same with Sven. But I know that I tested out to see if I could actually one-tap Svens at some point. So I know that I did at least a few more than 9. No, but I like Vamp too much, so I will never consider that my lowest. Especially since I'm gonna have to go for Sangria Dye eventually. And enjoy it. Oh, wow. Yep, that kind of tracks, actually. No, I don't want to trade, in fact. VMAP. Dude, I too am VMAP 0. So glad that we can be VMAP bros. I will have to relearn tier 5s, though. I've only ever done one tier 5 because I was too skill issued to do it until I finally got it. But I intentionally did not let anyone else do it with me because it would piss me off if I couldn't do it on my own. So eventually I did it on my own, and then I haven't gone back to it for whatever fucking reason. I don't really know why. I need to go back. But I do like the Slayer. It doesn't make any money, but I do like the Slayer. It's fun. Oh, okay. I'd rather not, though. Oh, the admins to change Maniac Miner. But didn't they already do that twice? They made it worse both times? Wait, Maniac Miner? Never mind, that's a different one. It's not the Fortune and Mana one. Never mind. No, they don't need to change it. It's fine. Nah. Just stop mining. Who really needs to go mining for Maniac Miner? It's not fun. It sucks. It is fun. It's objectively the most intricate Slayer. It just... To me, it suffers from one thing. And that's Mania specifically. The rings phase, you know? I wish you could still do damage to it. So that way you could take risks to try and get through the phases faster or through the boss faster. The rest of the boss is relatively okay. That would be a nightmare for any Australian players who already struggle with that whole system, though. Because even sometimes when they're in the middle one, server still reads them as being out of the ring and too close to the vampire boss. And then they just get bounced away and take the damage anyway. However, I don't care. They're skill issued because they live in the wrong place. Other than that, I still think Vamp is very fun. I rarely will ever go back to it because it's one of those things that's like, it was enjoyable because... I mean, like, it was enjoyable to me because you did it and then you felt satisfied with it. Once you were done with everything, and since it doesn't make any money, it's especially more satisfying when it's complete. So... Ooh, I'll take a vial. Not opposed to that. You were summoned. Real. Oh shit, I didn't check my auction. It's probably not sold, but we'll look. I lied. All of it sold. We are actually just chilling. Oh, that's something I should look at. I don't know how far away I am. I will say, chat, I am coming up on 5,000 followers, I think. However, that to me. That's great. 4,000 followers, not 5,000. 4,000 followers. I'm coming up on it. That's pretty great. That's cool. That's amazing and everything. But that means that I'm only 1,000 away from 5,000, which, in my opinion, is a cooler goal. Still thankful for 4,000. That's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. I think we're like 18 away, but 5,000. That's a better number than 4,000. Both because it has a 5 in it, and it's bigger, and is a more satisfying number. You know? I know I said this yesterday, and it wasn't a joke, but I'm also going to be really upset if Diana does end up showing up on the 25th of March. I will not be happy. As Stream Element said, no, I won't PV you. I don't really do PVs because more often than not, people give me little direction, or they are not at a point where they actually need a profile view review, and they could just literally do anything. So unfortunately, I am not going to do that. What, 25th, not any other day? Oh, that's my 6-year streaming anniversary. So if Diana shows up on that day, I'm doing a 24-hour Diana stream. Other than that, I don't know what to do for the 25th of March. I want to do something fun, but I don't know what I could do. I will not do a farming stream, no. Only 24, I mean, yeah, there's only 24 hours in a day, so I would assume that that would probably be better off that way. I was awake for 50 hours because of a flight and school the next day with no sleep that day. I mean, yeah, that is what 50 hours of being awake is, I think. So, but congrats. So, today, I went to take my final for my sociology class, of which was based in criminology. And today's final was like an extension of basically what our midterm was, which was a case study. We had to pick a crime that we've either witnessed or committed ourselves. And write about it, and talk about, like, what happened, what punishment should be, why it could have happened, some specifics directly related to, like, laws and stuff about, in relation to it. And I chose, because I recently, I was going to my local grocery store, because I was like, I want an energy drink, potentially the energy drink that I'm also drinking right now. Not the same day, but, you know. And while I was walking in, I watched the loss protection team for the store stop 2 high school girls, because I think I had like an afternoon class that I was going to, like a 2 p.m. class or something. And so I was leaving to go to classes, and so the high school, the local high school that's like right next to the store, they were on lunch break, and the loss protection team stopped 2 high school girls as soon as they like left the store. And so that's the crime that I chose to discuss, because that's theft, right? And we had to like discuss a lot of stuff, and so I took it upon myself to like give them somewhat of a benefit of the doubt that since they were 2 high school girls, there's a lot of things that could be happening. One, they're just troublemakers, and their intent was to steal and deprave the weak store. Alternatively, another option, and I had to explore these options because I had 0 context of what happened, and I don't think anything happened with them. I don't know, but another option was that they were shoplifting for purposes of financial crises, or financial crises. Like maybe they're currently going through a rough patch in their lives with their families. Something else is that sometimes schools offer benefits for people who are down on their luck in terms of money, but maybe the family's too embarrassed to ask for help or something like that. And then I think the 4th thing was, which I know was a thing at my high school, which it's the same high school, a hazing ritual from a group of friends that are like, you actually have to do this if you want to hang out with us. This is very, very, very much things that happen in high school. So I had to discuss all these, and today we had to talk about. Today was an extension of that. The midterm we had to write at home, right? So we got to talk about that, and today was part 2 of that, where we had to relate it to specific theories that we learned throughout the class. One being rehabilitation theory, for the punishment that they would have gotten, which is 3rd-degree theft. That's a little bit of jail time, or if not just a fine. It's a misdemeanor. That's basically all it is. In which I said they probably don't need that. They should probably just do community service and give back the items, because realistically, someone who's under 18 and can't be tried as an adult does not deserve an adult sentencing. Unless, of course, there's certain extenuating circumstances. And then there's a couple of other things that I discussed, but yeah, I went into rehabilitation theory today, and then also talked about strain theory, which directly relates to those potential background issues that I was talking about. Maybe there was hazing or something, which was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I think I did pretty well. I think I kind of touched on the most important topics that I could have for the thing. There's one section of it that I'm not entirely certain that I did too well, and it was we had to discuss if the theory was good or not, which doesn't make any fucking sense, considering we're supposed to be talking about the case study, not whether or not it's a good theory. So hazing is a, think of a frat party, where they're you have to streak. It's something to then fit in with the guys or become part of the group. Frats also sometimes, which is illegal. Hazing is illegal. But you must streak down Main Street, and then you can officially be in with the crew. Basically a ritual of something, of sorts. And so I talked about all that, and I was talking about strain theory, which directly relates, but I was so confused about what do you mean, is it a good theory? I think so. You taught me the theory. I would assume so. So I tried to sort of relate that section as much as I could, but I don't feel like I did a very good job on that. But I still think I'd pass. I already was at an A in the class. I got an A- on the first case study, and I don't think I got anything less than a B on this one, so I should be relatively fine. Rehab sucks so much ass. Okay, but that's not what rehabilitation means. Rehab is location. Rehabilitation is an action. No, you weren't. You said not because it's rehab, but because of the neglect of the staff. Just saying. Rehabilitation is an action. Community service is rehabilitation. Reflection is rehabilitation. Rehab is a place. Those are different. And that's an important distinguishment, because there's zero reason to send a fucking teenager to rehab because they shoplifted. Rehab is also very much usually used for different circumstances, but yeah. Not great. Also, I've never been to rehab, so I don't know if I agree. And I'm not gonna put anything in on that because, again, I don't know. I've not particularly done anything quite that drastic in my life. Nor do I ever plan to do any of the... There's not a lot that I'm willing to do that would end up putting me there. So I'll probably go for about an hour 15 more. Maybe an hour 30. I don't really know right now. Because, again, I do have a slide that I have to finish before night time. And because I have a presentation tomorrow on my group project. Which is probably the only thing that I'm actually worried about in terms of finals. Mostly because I feel like I'm going to do fine presenting. But I'm never prepared for questions. This project, this whole time, I have not been able to present and answer questions. I have, like, anytime we've met up in person or over Discord for the project, the partners and I, they ask me a question, and I'm fucking lost until I can look directly at what it is to answer. So I'm desperately hoping that any questions that are asked are related to not my encryption method. Otherwise, I will cry, because I will not be able to answer that question. My assumption is, though, that we'll be fine. I only need 5 more tier 4 revs to get rev 7. Congrats. Don't explode when you do rev 5s. For no particular reason. But yeah, so this this presentation will be part 1 of 2 for the final for that CS class. And then part 2 is writing up the final deliverables, like turn in. And then after that, I have a final during finals week. We're not even in finals week. Finals week is next week. But I only have 1 final during finals week. So I am very happy with the fact that everything's this week, because that means I at least get close to 2 weeks off, I think. I don't know. When is my final next week? That's a good question. I don't think I know that answer. Tuesday at 8 a.m. That's not bad at all. Yeah, no, that's basically 2 weeks of just straight spring break, which is nice. And there's no project this week, No lab. There's only 2 quizzes. Yeah. Cool. So I'll be chilling. Really hoping that the mock exam that we're taking is not required, because I don't really want to go to that class, because I don't need to, because that's an introductory CS course that I don't need. I am graduating in 2 terms. I have a feeling that the intro to CS course is probably not a requirement. CS. Computer science. I'm taking the sociology class because I needed some gen ed finished. But the continuation of my school is very dependent on whether or not I can afford it. Which may or may not be an incentive for me to continue posting YouTube videos. Who knows? Who knows? I'm working on it. And then I also am probably going to start doing DoorDash here soon as well, because my dad has proven to me that it can be pretty useful. Gotta get the baller money. I can't even make money from YouTube yet. I don't have the 3,000 hours of watch time that I need in a year, but I am not close. Actually, I said about that much more time, but I'm not sure that I'm going to go for that much more time. Well, I might have to go for longer because I want to put the rest of the dragon armors on like my auction house and stuff. Also, saying get the baller money out from YouTube is insane because what? I think I have one video that has over 1,000 views, and it's the Nyansidai video, and every other one has like plateaued at 300. It's great. It's amazing. But it's okay. I kind of fully expected it. I did not expect the Nyanza one to do as good as it did. I feel like, in terms of editing, that one's probably one of my least favorite edited videos, but it's probably my favorite thumbnail that I've made. Except for the Pearlescent Dye one. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys have seen the Pearlescent Dye thumbnail, but Fire and I were sitting in a call, and then he made a joke where he put the Ender Dragon on top of the Pearlescent Dye, and then I said, that looks like a cat, and I unironically am going to use that, and I hope it does the best out of the 3 thumbnails. It's so goofy, and I love it so much. And Fire did say, I got a couple messages saying that they did get that thumbnail. It's like, oh my goodness, thank you. However, I do need to check something, because I know that one of the other ones, its test should have ended. I would be shocked if it didn't. Oh yeah, that's helpful. Okay, that makes sense. It was goofy. How do you get around the Terra bug to one-tap it? Do less damage. I'm wearing an Infernal Aurora helmet. I still one-tap it occasionally and then it despawns, you know, but if you don't do that, you'll be fine. Hello, mine. How close am I, actually? I just looked. I don't think I'm closer than I thought I was, in terms of, Yo, thanks for the raid lurks. How was your brick red dye engagement? I guess in the last month. So I'm closer than I thought. I didn't realize I was at this much, but I am at 471 watch time, 471 hours of watch time, which is good. 549 valid over the last 365 days, which is a sixth of what I need, but, you know, we're chilling. Something that I need to do, because I'm only currently posting the weekly, like, die grind series videos. I still want to post videos here and there that are completely unrelated to the series, because I still have creative ideas that I want to engage in. One of them being the reason that I'm spending 1 billion coins on something entirely fucking useless here soon. You know? Do you do profile reviews? I don't. I'm sorry. It's kind of mostly one. I'm very good at... I'm very bad at giving advice for this game, especially for earlier parts of the game because I haven't done them for so long. So the information that I can provide is probably not as great as some other people. Not to mention, unless I have a complete and utter direction that you provide me on where you want to go, I just can't help you. Because you could do anything that you wanted. Inglert's ended stream out of pure hatred towards towards my E-Men set. Oh, that's probably not great. From level 370 to 440. Yeah, I think it's been 3 years since I was around level 370. And that was old level 370. So I don't really know what to say. Realistically, you can probably do a whole lot to get XP. As he's correct, if you're in Discord servers and you do /level, you can then click on cheapest Skyblock experience if you want to pay to win some stuff, but there's probably some stuff that you could do pretty easily. Holy fucking shit! Late? That's my second one. I've dropped more than fire. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed at all. That's 2 unmetered. Because the other one that I dropped was day 1 when the meter was off. I'm not opposed. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm winning right now. That means I could make a 3rd primordial belt and this one be unsoulbound because Tim Payne soulbound his when he left my profile. That's great. I'm okay with that. That's amazing. Thank you, Lurks. That's because of your raid, Lurks' poo. It's all you, buddy pal. You know what it's not, though? Now I'm sad. It's not a brick red dye, chat. Now I'm so sad. I'm gonna complain. How did Fire only drop 1? Did he drop 1? I didn't think he dropped a single one. Did he meter it? I know something about him not dropping 1 in 6,000 bosses or something. But I don't actually know how many he's done. I mean, I guess that makes sense that you wouldn't know. You've been banned for a minute. There we go. Alright, sorry chat. I had to respond to the father, if you will. At how much Terra are you? What do you mean? Like XP? That's a good question. I think we looked at that recently. Probably just been 6,000 since first eye. I think he said 6,000. There's also nothing saying that he said 9. I genuinely don't know. Bugged my boss. Convenient. Does it say? Does not say. $5.5 million. Congratulations. I already did that. If you don't get in the way of my boss's DSD, that's all I care about. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna sit here and gatekeep lobbies. I do have one question. Is this... Oh! No! 4.9K! No! Aatrox, go away! That bothers me. Every time I fucking... I cocoon a mini-boss right as I spawn the boss. Can you not? Hello? No. I don't even know if that guy can kill it. Hit it. Nah, you're good, man. It's a video game. People show up in lobbies all the time. These servers have been surprisingly not dog shit that I've been in so far, which is pretty nice. Guys, Spider Slayer best in slot money making method. Look at this, 250 million coins an hour. Oh yeah. OMG. Thanks, Sky Annie. Where's the message? I'm sorry, Firthgu, but it's like a legal requirement for you to for me to send you things that you don't drop. I don't have Chimera on my Sting. That's about the only reason that I have not 400 Magic Find Leah. I think. 366, I would get another fucking, what is it? What does my G-Dray have? 45. Yeah, that would put me at 410. It's not Bingo Magic Find. It's just regular Magic Find for the time being. Bingo Magic Find is what I have when I don't have Gummy Bear on. And then Rift Magic Find is what Lurks has. No shade to Lurks, surely. No shade to my arch nemesis Lurks' Poo, who's also grinding Brick Red Dye at the same time as me and making a YouTube series on it. Let me just paste in his video real quick and have that be the rest of my YouTube short. I need a mod with fire pit warning. I've stepped in so many fire pits. Have you considered not stepping in the fire pits, maybe? I feel like you don't need a warning for that. It cannot be that hard. Can't see them? Turn the fucking particle back on, then maybe you could see them. Might help. Your FOV is too low. Turn it up. We're presenting solvable problems. That gives me a headache. No, fair enough. It's gonna just say start taking Excedrin, but that might just cause an addiction. Oh god, what is happening to the server? My dad is making pork chops, chat. And that shit sounds bomb. Also, I started workshopping the thumbnail for the video that I was talking about, the stream that I'm going to be doing where I spend the money. I think it's pretty good. I will be turning that into a video, right? I think I said this. So we're gonna I'm workshopping that at the moment, and then I should really get rid of that. So Tax Me Harder. That pack is for 1.8, and I have not posted the version that I have on 1.21.10 yet. So you're gonna have to probably wait unless you self-convert it yourself. Otherwise, it's the same pack, but with all block textures removed. And then also I have shaders turned on. But you're basically just getting an overlay pack with some, like, mob textures changed. If you do what I did. Other than that, the pack is not available at the moment. And it will be, eventually. I'll put it out. I keep saying within the next month because that's one of my plans is to get that done too during my spring break. So, it's going to be a moment. Got 3 booking quotes today. Congrats. GG, Margoose. Which ones? Are they all different? 2 Shadow Warp and an Implosion. Nice. Seems as though we both have made a decent bit of money today. I dropped this earlier. Is Ferocious Mana good for E-Man hit phase? Probably. I feel like any amount of ferocity is good for E-Man hit phase, no? I'm assuming Ferocious Mana is also what's used to skip sometimes. The fucking triple skip or double skip or whatever it is. She doesn't have FOV effects on Flapwood. If there's one thing I know about... Oh! It tried to tell me L again! At least not to my knowledge. Risk, if you do exclamation point song, you could probably figure that out, because I don't know what I'm listening to. Ah, I feel like that's incorrect. Okay. I feel like we're not listening to Sealed Vessel, you know? I don't know why that's not working. Oh well. No more exclamation point song. I can't be bothered to fix it. That's too much work. Oh, okay. No, I didn't want to take a moment to fix it. That's fine. Thanks. Did you guys know that I play with FOV effects? I'm sure some of you do. Oh my goodness, a beta for Arthropod 6! I've always wanted that for Christmas. This song... Yeah, that one. What if I refresh the cache? Cool. Oops, I sent that in both chats. I did not mean to send that in both chats. Because I'm pretty sure that command does not work in YouTube chat. It also doesn't need to work in YouTube chat, considering YouTube chat can't hear the music anyway. That's okay, though. No! Mine. This is not good. Bro, this is your boss. This is your boss. This is your boss. He's running away from his boss. My gummy bear might be gone. I guess I should probably just eat 2 gummy bears every time I start stream, huh? I'm doing 2 hours minimum. Let me eat another gummy. Chad, what are the odds I get another eyeball today? Probably not very high, considering it's pretty fucking rare, but what are the odds? Ask Fire. Well, I mean, he's clearly not in with the odds that I have, so... I don't know. Is Demonic here? Demonic, are you here? Probably not. If you are, then you already know about it, but I'm sending it to you anyway. It's all the people that matter. Everyone else already saw it. Also, I completely and utterly love the drastic difference that when I dropped the eye, I just saw only GGs in my chat and then one person that said something negative. But if I watched, like, Maz's stream, it would just be all fuck you. I love that. I love that contrast so much. Or Calazar stream, it would also be fuck you or Bingo Magic Find. I think it's because Calazar's chat's like a love-hate relationship. They all understand that like everything's in good fun. Maz's chat just hates on him. And he's just okay with it. He rarely hates back. Sometimes he does. But he usually gets clocked, like, immediately. It's just hilarious. He genuinely can't defend himself because he's... No, he's not a nerd. He's quite the opposite. He doesn't understand what happens 90% of the time. A nerd at least implies some amount of being smart. He's just not. Yo! Another Bane of Arthropod 6! You got about 10 minutes. Okay. I don't think I can get his voice out of the background clip of that. It's okay. I have 8 flint. It doesn't fucking matter. I overkilled him anyway. What? Oh. When the fuck was I in a party? I don't feel like I was, but maybe I was. This is a good song. I don't know what this song's name is, but I hear it a lot, and I want to use it every time, but I don't actually know the name. Airwaves. Hang on, chat. I'm obtaining a new song for background music. I gotta make my background music folder 79 songs long. I love how little variation this playlist for stream has. There's 450 songs in this playlist, and I feel like I listen to the same songs a lot. Maybe Noodle was on to something. Chat, I think everybody got too used to seeing me as a golden name. Because the day that I logged on after the MVP++ ran out that Rumbler gifted me, which he didn't need to do to begin with, that was so funny. I got like 5 spams immediately. Why are you blue? I'm like, stop. It's fine. It was so funny. I left Duck Song? I can't. Duck Song got too overdone in my opinion. How long ago did I give you ++? November? I think it was. I could be wrong. It was a while. And then you extended it at some point because you were buying Rip and Mnemonic ++ too. It was funny. But, like, I got, like, 5 messages and they were like... Should put Faded on instead. No, I'm okay. I actually don't like the song. But... I got, I don't know how to explain it. Certain redeems will stay, certain ones won't. A lot of the times they'll just come and go quickly because either they get overdone too much because I didn't set them up properly to be, like, rewarding, or the likes. There's not a whole lot that I want to do with my redeems until I can get more of a community based around me as opposed to Skyblock. Yeah, that one's going to stay unavailable probably. It's still there for, I don't know, whatever reason, but it's paused indefinitely until I can figure out what I want to do with it. Because blasting my music was not fun. No one enjoyed it except for the people that redeemed it, and new people would just get fucked every time, and then that just deterred more people away than it ever brought, which is fine, but you know, it's not great. Wheel of Cow is another one of those things where it's just like, Wheel of Cow was fun, but it was completely pointless. Which I already have a redemption that is completely pointless. It's Balls. Balls literally does nothing. It does not benefit anybody in any singular way, and you can redeem it. And Wheel of Cow was also the same, except you just got the little bit of dopamine from whether or not it hit yes in a 1 in 10 scenario. But you got nothing out of it. Which, like, I'd like for something to be gotten out of the redemption as opposed to pointless. That has always bothered me about redemptions, is that I've never found anything unique that people could really get anything out of. Not only that, people, like, often try to suggest certain things, and then they start suggesting things that are, like, either things that other people have already, or they suggest things that I just don't quite like. And it gets very different, because channel point redemptions are very much something that I want to keep to myself being the person that makes them, as opposed to other people. Also, chat, I think I've done, like, almost 500,000. No, there's certainly no way. I think 400,000 probably. RNG meter since the beginning now. We got a very long time to go until I can get Brick Red dye. Also, though, this Primordial Eye kind of is amazing because that video means that's a little bit of the cost dealt with. We're kind of chilling. I think I was going to bed last night, or I was about to go to bed, and I saw a YouTube video recommended to me. Did my fucking... Oh no, I'm in the middle of a biome transfer. Saw a YouTube video recommended to me of a dude who said what he could have done better to save hours for his bingo profile. And viewership-wise, that thing did amazing. I think he got like 100 or 1,000 views on that video. And I attended the video, and I felt so bad because the first comment that he had on that video was too much yapping. And it barely helped him in terms of growth, which is fine. I mean, like, it's kind of a lot. But I feel like out of 1,000 views total, I think he got 7 subscribers total. I felt so bad. But people liked this video enough or maybe the algorithm liked this video enough for it to be pushed out. I don't know. One of the two. I really gotta listen to Fire and hit the fucking thing with the Bouquet of Lies instead. It might help. Bribe the algorithm. You're so right. I mean, you can. I could literally promote my own videos by paying for it, but I won't. I scroll through, while I'm scrolling through TikTok sometimes, it will show me my own video and be like, you should promote this for 19.2 thousand views. 1, how the fuck do you know I'm going to get 19.2 thousand views? 2, no. What is that going to do for me? You're gonna fucking push it to people that don't even give a singular fuck about Skyblock. There's gonna be this random person who's too busy watching dance videos on TikTok, and then they're gonna see Hypixel Skyblock show up because some I'm not a child, some 21-year-old posted a video and then paid like $5 for it to be promoted, and they don't give a fuck. They're just gonna go past. $200 keys. Yeah, it's not beneficial. Thanks, Sky Hanny, for telling me it took 3 seconds to kill my boss. I'm pretty sure it didn't. Bitch. Slayer. Yeah, Leah, as you can see, you can now run Sky Hanny because the update came out today. And your game doesn't crash. And it was the flare display. Nopa was right. After she broke the flare display twice and it stopped working twice. She kept sending it in the support chat. It's like, hey, go download this and test it. I'm like, oh, okay, I got you. And both times the flare display were not there. Like, it should be here, and it's not. Take a little bit of toxic arrow poison. That's not bad. Have I made 40 mil? No, 30. I made 30 mil from this session. I made 15 mil of tarantula silk or tarantula web. Yeah, you should update yours. 7.6 came out today with the fix for it. So, yeah, as it turns out, it was just the flare timer this whole time. Which is great. Also, I believe about 10 minutes ago, my dad said that I had about 10 minutes. So, chat, I'm going to go see if there's some pork chops downstairs ready for me to eat. And if there are, I'm going to deployable timer soon. No, see, I used my brain and typed into Sky Hanny whether or not I typed deployable timer. And there is like 4 instances of a deployable timer being mentioned since the release of the 1.21 Sky Hanny, and one of them is Yanni telling somebody to just use 1.21 Skyblock add-ons. So I don't think so. Yanni is spelt with a J, but close enough. I'll be right back. I'm still here. We have... My dad made a slight mistake. He did not make a gravy for the mashed potatoes. So I called him out, and I'm making gravy as well. So when that's done, then I'll be back up, and then we can continue. But for the time being, I need to remember that I have roughly 40-ish minutes left, I think. So yeah. I look wonderful. I'll be right back. Chat, I'm back. I have yet to eat, but that's okay. Because I have the food. Food is made. So. Alexa, lights on.
Okay.
We are chilling. Yeah, made breaded pork chops with mashed potatoes and gravy. Yeah. I mean, it's worked for a minute, I think. Okay. I grabbed a soda. I'll be right back again. You'll never guess what I found immediately. That soda that I said that I lost. Holy shit, I love this song. Hmm. 'Em. Good question. What the fuck? I thought this was supposed to say. $2%. Chat. Okay. So, right now, Hypixel Skyblock and Minecraft have a little bit of a console type war going on between clients and launchers, right? There's some people that still launch stupidly through the vanilla Minecraft launcher. People that launch their Modrinth, which I think is the objectively best option. People that launch through Lunar. Me, who still launches right now through Lunar. I think I said, I hope I said Prism last. Prism, and me, who still launches through Lunar. For the time being, until I can find a map mod that I trust that isn't Devonian or Stella. Right? So those people exist. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for Mulberry's Minecraft launcher. Considering Mulberry has made two of some of the most, like, game-changing mods for certain parts of the community, both Flashback and Axiom, as well as obviously NEU. But Flashback and Axiom are like his big things that the whole Minecraft community has taken a hold of. He's making a Minecraft launcher, and he was streaming it, him developing it a couple months back. I'm so excited to see that. Like, Flashback is such a good mod. Axiom is such a good mod that I am, like, fully ready to see what this mod launch or this instance manager could hold. What's up, bro? It's me, the guy who used to work for Mr. Beast. It's been a while since we last spoke. No, I don't think so. You have been in my stream. I don't think that that's you. Can't lie. Oh, yeah, a month ago, you asked, are you into femboys? No. You want to see it? Hang on. I'm not lying. I know no lie. Look at this. First, that... What's going on? This one? First time chat. You into femboys? And then I said no. And then he said, you are? And then he said, who's the handsome man I hear talking in the background? Pretty sure I said that he was a minor because that was Lurks. And then he said, same, works for both of us then. And that's just not cool. And then you said good luck with the die. It is odd. But, you know, if he is a minor, oh well. Moving forward. Oh my god, I made a penis with my pork chops. I do not recall that time, and I am in my 20s. That makes that worse. Back to what I said. I made a penis with my pork chop. It has testicles and a rod. Ow. Now the rod is gone. Call me gay if you want. But that pork chop is bomb. It's not gay when it's food. I'm not interacting with you on that statement, because you are still also a child. Aren't you? Yeah, no, I'm not interacting with that. No, probably not. I feel like Jayhawk is like almost an adult. Yeah, 17. Yeah. Who are you? I think my name is somewhere that's visible to you. Probably. I believe in you. What would be something I remember you from? Probably nothing. I'm not popular. Make handle cheaper. My bad, I'll just buy up the entire handle market and then sell them for like 200 mil each. Hmm. Yeah. No. Actually. Look at that average lowest bin. 398. It's up right now. I'm sure it has, considering it's good. Weren't they at 300 mil flat at one point? I don't fucking know. I also think I forgot how long Aura started. Wasn't that like end of November? It's because it was long. It was boring. In my opinion, Aura was very, very boring. Aura was very good for new players. That's not who it was for. The main point of Aura was to bring back old people that used to play because oh my god, new dictator Dante V2, and also at the same time benefit mostly endgame players. You could fly through progression at new player status, but so many of those perks new players couldn't really ever take advantage of that we had, right? Like the best thing that did for new players was skill XP. It would have, and I guess the occasional money that they would get. It would have been very difficult for any regular player to participate in too many of the mayor goals off rip. or mayor the mayor perks off rip that we were picking. You know, like we constantly had Diana going and Jerry going. I guess they could take advantage of Jerry, but Diana they can't do shit for. Very good for new players might be a bit of a stretch there. I think it was more for the already existing players and people that had quit and they wanted a returning player base. And it did work. They had a very high player count throughout all of Aura. And then Aura ended, and now we're back to where we were before because they didn't make anything that stayed within the game. They gave us promises that they still haven't kept yet. And like Jayhawk said, I think it was Jayhawk that said it lasted too long. Yeah, it was Jayhawk. Or it lasted way too long. And I agree. And they also did it wrong, I feel like. This is my opinion. Along with Firthgoo. They should not have let you pick the same perks back to back. And I think a lot of people have that sentiment. That was stupid. There's zero chance that I've had shaders running this whole stream and I'm recording and I haven't dropped any frames. What? Donut SMP is not real. Actually, you're talking about the biggest server. Dude, Mineplex just unbanned 190,000 people today. Mineplex unbanned every single person that they've ever banned today. On basis of, it's really annoying when you get banned for something that you did a very, very long, like years and years ago, and then you can never actually participate again. No. Mineplex got picked back up because it was going to go Bedrock only, and then, like, a whole, like, fun started happening. People signed petitions and shit, and it got revived, and it still exists. Mineplex still exists. But they unbanned everyone that's ever been banned for reasons of, like, what if you cheated when you were, like, 8 years old while playing on Mineplex? You got banned. Maybe now you're fucking 20 years old, 12 years later, and you still can't play on your Minecraft account because you cheated when you were 8 years old. A lot of people get unbanned. That also does not prevent them from, still banning people. People can unban everybody, but didn't Hypixel also unban most perm bans? I think they got rid of the permanent aspect of the ban. I don't think they unbanned them. They still had, like, a time that they had to wait out. Donut is not too bad. I understand why it's popular. It makes sense. They did unban a lot of permanent ban people. I know that my friend politely made an unban appeal after being permabanned. Someone that I know who actually I think he's shown up to a couple of the streams. And they accepted it. It's like, damn, that's insane. Donut is odd. I don't think that I don't hate him. He's a guy, that's for certain. But sometimes he's just kind of inept for certain things. But I can't get behind the PvP styles that happen on that server. I can't get behind most modern PvP styles. I won't lie, Spear PvP is really fucking creative, and I like it. I like Spear PvP. Mace PvP is cool when it doesn't involve an Elytra. Crystal PvP is where we get into a realm of shit that I don't ever want to participate in anywhere. That shit's ass. Bring me back 10 years. Give me back TNT Wars. We're gonna use explosions. I'm making a fucking TNT cannon to shoot you from 10 years away. Fuck off with your crystals and point-blank explosions. Nuh-uh. Mm-hmm. Also, that's another thing, is modern PvP, and I know that you can't place restrictions on certain things, like when you're in a server, but when PvP takes 10 fucking minutes to kill one singular person because they have an entire inventory's worth of totems that they can also proceed to just buy back mid-fight or get out of a chest mid-fight, that's not fun. You're just banking on them making a fucking misplay in the middle of that, trying to grab it a little bit too late, and then they blow up. That's not fun! You're just sitting there in a stalemate hoping someone fucks up. Which, like, in other types of PvP, I feel like there's at least some amount of variation. Another thing that I like, and I guess it's not necessarily a form of PvP, is trapping. Making traps is great. I won't lie, anytime I watch Donut get trapped, that's enjoyable. People have gotten really creative with traps recently. And it's so, like, it's just better. But just bombing someone to death point blank and then hoping that they die and not you is not fun. Bring back Hunger Games on 1.8? No. I don't like 1.8 PvP. I'll play most games in 1.8, most PvP modes in 1.8 still because, it's just, that's what most, like, still, a lot of modern popular things are. Bed Wars is still 1.8, right? But modern PvP, as in the moment that the switch happened where we started having to time our hits, the entire game changed, and that was for the better. Otherwise, everything was bad. Look at Dig 9 E chest. Nope. I really don't have time. I'm gonna go put my plate away. I have another 40 minutes of Spider, and then I gotta go do my assignment. Okay, I'm back. Excuse me. Those pork chops were good. Probably not. I don't do PvP, so I would probably just lose, I'm not gonna lie. I said I like them, I'm not good at them. I can get behind the other forms of it, just not Crystal just seems so out of the blue. Also, chat. So, as it turns out, my friend just informed me that since we have attended every class this term, that we don't have to go to our class on Wednesday. So tomorrow, I mean, I guess Thursday, it would be. I don't have, I mean, no, yeah. Tomorrow, I might be able to do a bit of a later stream. Because since we took the final for that class today, there's just not a reason. I mean, kind of, earlier it doesn't matter. Usually my classes get out at noon on Tuesdays anyway, as opposed to usually the class that I'm in today gets out at 3:20 p.m. So, certainly I could do them later. Like, I could go for longer if I do, like, 2 or something. I can be up later, is the thing. Which, tomorrow I'll probably end up doing an earlier stream, considering the, after the, whatever the fuck I said I have tomorrow, my presentation, I should be pretty much chilling. We should not probably say our age, because people online are weird more often than not. Unless we're an adult. That would be why that rule is in my chat, because I really don't trust people that are online, I can't lie. No, you're good. The vanish is in fact not something that I allow in my chat, because people try to use it to get away with saying shit sometimes. But you'll be fine. It's not gonna kill you. Just from here on out, we shall avoid saying it. I can at least do this. Realistically, that also means I should delete Jayhawk's message beforehand, but yeah, no, if you're not an adult, it's just probably not a great idea to say your age online. Even if you're an adult, it's probably not a great idea to say your age online in a random Twitch chat. But, you know, creepy people are less likely to go for adults sometimes. That's like the whole internet safety thing is one reason why I don't like being on camera, or I really talk about my life a whole lot. But two, like 4 years ago or something. When I was streaming, I used to have, because I was streaming for like a very different group of people, SMPs. I was doing SMP stuff. I was streaming for that group, you know, basically the Dream SMP like fandom and stuff like that were more often than not in my chat at that time, and that was great. And something that came along with that is a lot of those people really liked to do outfit checks. So at the beginning, when I probably had maybe less than 40 people in my Discord server, that was pretty reasonable because we were all kind of tight-knit. Like, we were relatively close friends at some point because we could all, like, actively engage with each other. And then my Discord server started to, like, blow up, and I had to get rid of it for internet safety reasons. And they're like, why? Why would you do that? Guys, I'm sorry, but if you're fucking 15 and you're posting outfits of you on the internet and there's some random 30-year-old guy in this Discord server, that's not good. That's not me. I'm not doing that. Ooh, Vial Venom. There was a lot of things that I had to get rid of in my server that they were all, like, just generally mad about. And then sometimes they'd try to get, like, around it because I don't have... There's no images allowed in general chat. Like, images are turned off. There's no embeds allowed. So there's no GIFs or anything, but you can, like, post them in meme chat. So they used to try and post their shit in meme chat for the Discord server, and I was, like, typing people out or banning them and stuff like that, and they were like, well, why is that not allowed? One, that's not a fucking meme. No one gives a fuck in meme related about your outfit. Two, stop posting yourself in my Discord server. Like, I know that probably most of you are minors, considering that's most of what the Dream SMP fandom was, but I know of a couple people in the Discord server that were adults. Whether or not they're creepy, I don't know. I'd like to believe that they aren't. I'd like to believe that I'm not a cultivator of people like that. However, that does not stop them from being creepy. They had a whole fucking argument. My Discord server tried to rebel against my rules like that was gonna fucking do anything. You best believe there was a mass ban wave that happened that day. They're like, well, this rule sucks. No, it doesn't. Stop. Dude, this guy looks so fucking sick with this shader pack in the mod. For anyone that wonders, I'm using Complementary Reimagine, but I'm also using the mod Euphoria patches, which adds like a couple of extra things to the shader for Complementary Reimagined. The Ambient Nether Fog being one of them. It's so sick. It also does a couple cool things in like the end and with portals and stuff. It's so cool. As it stands right now, though, the Discord server is kind of mostly unused. There's a couple people joining it recently, which is kind of insane to me. But it's still, like, mostly unused. And that's probably a good thing, because as it stands right now... Ooh, another Vial of Venom. I'll take that. As it stands right now, it needs to be remade. Or I need to get somebody as, like, a community manager that can also deal with the server better, because I made that shit when I was 15. The one where if you do !Discord, it takes you to that server. That server, I need to... someone else. Eventually I gotta get, like, a community manager or something. That shit is so unbelievably outdated and not related to anything that I have. And it looks like a 15-year-old made it because a 15-year-old did. This is not the appropriate music for this. I mean, it's better structured than several other servers. That's for certain. Like a lot of people that I know that stream, I've gone to their servers and I feel like I don't know where the fuck anything is. Mine, I feel like you can you can at least tell what's going on, but it's very obvious that I made it not recent. It is sometimes funny when someone tries to send, like, a GIF in general chat, and then they go, embed fail. No, you're just not allowed to. It won't do it, no matter how many times you try. I've had that happen, like, 4 times over the last 5 years. It's always funny. It will never not be fun. Oh my goodness! My Christmas gift of Bane of Arthropod 6 again. Yeah, no, it does say in the rules. People don't read rules. The fact that you assume that people read rules the moment that they join a server is insane. Most people just generally believe that the rules are the same across most Discord servers, because generally they are. So then they don't ever actually read them, they just assume that they know what they are. Prosecute versus execute for Scorpion Foil. Prosecute's what you want if you're trying to one-shot something. If I'm not mistaken. Execute's what you want if you're trying to do more damage over the course of it. So I guess for me, I should probably replace execute with prosecute on this. So that way I'm not almost one-tapping during that phase. Also, I don't know how much that's actually going to help. What does fire have? Oh, Firthq. Pear? Pear seems correct. That's not correct. His prosecute. That makes sense. Drown. Hope that helps. I am, in fact, United States of American. Killing myself. What is my Skyblock level? 529. You're allowed to ask questions. Questions at least make me more engaged. I'm okay with that. As long as you aren't asking me what I'm doing without reading the fucking title. Where's most of the missing XP? Yeah, bestiary, composter, greenhouse. I have a little bit of MP that I don't have. 3 talismans are soulbound. One of them is not. And then I'm missing a couple diamond heads, class average 50. And what else? I think I'm missing a couple of expensive things from museum, like Annihilation Cloak. I don't know other than that at the moment. But yeah, bestiary is like a large chunk of it, because I just never really did it. Which is usually what it comes down to for people, is bestiary. Seems like they've been busy. A lot of the garden XP is, like I said, composter, but also I don't have max sawdust. And I need to get that. Was the primordial eye at 100% meter? Just lucky. I have meter on brick red dye at the moment. I've dropped 2 primordial eyes now, one within the first day of it releasing. So when there was no RNG meter available for it. And this one again off RNG meter, or with RNG meter off. So I am very up right now. Don't kill my mini, 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 don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it. Thank you. I need to remember to hit it with the Bouquet of Lies. And nothing else. There we go. I usually don't do profile reviews because I'm not very good at giving advice for people. I haven't been at a lower part of the game in a very long time, so where I'm not very up to date with progression in that regard. There's, like, infinitely more people that could do it better than me at this point. Just now realizing you're live on YouTube. I am, in fact, still live on YouTube, yeah. You finally realized that I was reading chats that you weren't seeing this whole time, and you were like, is this guy schizophrenic? And then you looked on stream, and then you finally saw the chat. You would not be the first. There was someone who showed up to a Twitch stream recently who went, who the fuck are you talking to? No one is talking. Or maybe it was a YouTube stream. They went, who are you talking to? No one is talking. I went, oh, I'm also live on Twitch. Oh, they were like, oh, yeah, no, that makes sense. I feel like we still don't need to ever actually check my bank in the chat. It's on screen. You can see both. I can't see it. No, you can, though. Don't lie to me. Asian genetic. Never mind. You're right. My bad. How could I be so non-inclusive? What does hitting him with Bouquet of Lies do? It just lets me do less damage so I don't have the over damage, like, despawn problem, and also the Bouquet of Lies is more so meant for the Petal Barrage so I can kill the bats without having to turn away. Venomous stacking. If you deal damage to him while he's invulnerable, he still takes the hits, and then he builds up venomous hits, and then he instantly dies like that. Sometimes. Sometimes the tick isn't as perfect as that one was. That one was kind of like a really good damage tick to immediately happen as soon as I got him out of the phase, but point still stands. I only hit him with Bouquet of Lies for when I'm going into the second phase, though, so I don't over DPS him and then be sad when I spend so much money on the fucking boss and then don't get to get anything out of it. For sure, for sure. But yeah, the Petal Barrage is very nice because it gets rid of the bats super quick. So if you have an issue with bats at all, it's pretty reasonable. It just obviously, of course, takes health to prevent you from losing health. Yeah, bats are pretty bad. I can do one with that. What the fuck is happening in this lobby? Why is it just me and Manuel? You know what? I'll take it. I'll show you what happens if you let bats exist without ever actually hitting them. It's not great. Excuse me. Also, the Bouquet of Lies kills the things that, like, also surround you. Bats prevent, like, all healing, right? So I'm just gonna permanently take this damage now for the rest of the boss. I don't know what the fuck I did to go through it so fast. Holy shit, what happened? And in some cases you spawn 2 rounds of bats, sometimes you don't, I guess. In that scenario I didn't, but... No, bats stop... Yeah, bats still stop all healing, it's just not... Amazing. Lifeline is a thing. It's just an attribute shard. Deal more damage when you're under a certain percentage of HP, but you just can't. I think you mean like what the lava shell necklace did. It just prevents you from healing. That's still correct. Any estimate of how much you usually make per hour from Terra? Well, certainly not 131 million. Outside of Aatrox, a lot more than inside of Aatrox. But it really depends on how you have it set up. Usually I use an Ananke feather at this point on meter, and then I put it on Toxic Arrow Poison, and it can be like upwards of 70 mil an hour, but inside of whatever the fuck it's called, Aatrox, it's just nowhere near that because so many people are doing Slayers that it shits on the rates. At least I was getting 70 mil an hour before Aatrox came in. Oops, don't want to do that. And that's just relying on Toxic Arrow Poison and Tarantula Silk or Tarantula Web. And the occasional drop of Tarantula Silk. So it can be more depending on if you drop anything else, like if you drop a mosquito or a wasp or an eye or vials, stuff like that. It can be pretty good, but it's very determined off of what's going on right now in the game. I'm not the greatest person to ask about this, though. This is like the only Slayer I've ever done for money. And I'm not even doing it for money right now. I'm doing it to try and get a die, so... A die that realistically I probably shouldn't even be grinding, but it's okay. I've not. The only dies that I've dropped are Archfiend and Necron. But the die that I spun for my YouTube series was Brick Red die this week. Last week was Pearlescent die. The week before that was something. Livid, I think. Before that was Aquamarine. Before that was Nyanza. Before that was Carmine. And then before that was Pelt. So those are the only dies that I've done for this series so far, but I have a wheel of 33 dies. I spin it, whatever die it lands on, I have to grind for like 8 hours that week, and I'm making a series out of it. And then, of course, I still do also grind for the 3x die occasionally here and there, but it really depends on whether or not I have time that week or the resources to grind for it that week, or if I'm not going to go for XP that week. My dog is barking. That could be bad. Stop barking, dog. No, she's barking playfully, I can hear it, but I don't know if that means that she needs to go outside again or not, even though they went outside before they ate. Which was when I got up to go put my plate away and stuff. I'll check in... Oh, he's barking too. Okay, they're both barking. They might be getting treats. That would make sense. My fourth favorite gift I've ever gotten, and exactly what I wanted for Christmas. Holy shit. Primordial belt requirement is 8 to craft, or both craft and use. I mean, I don't see a reason why you'd be able to craft it and not use it. Unless you mean... Oh, I get what you mean. Never mind. Hang on. Let me... I don't know. Good question. Probably both. Now that I actually understand what you said. Requires spider slayer 8, yeah. Why are you doing Terra? No reason in particular. It doesn't say in the title or anything. Good night. I will also be ending here soon, so. Didn't see the title, only this your life. You're fine. It's just you kind of played right into exactly what I was talking about earlier. I said something about how people never actually end up reading the title, and then they ask why I'm doing the specific thing that I'm doing, like I didn't put it in the title. It's just, it's funny. 120-hour constant? No. God, no. I dropped this. It's the only reason it's up there. Everything in my inventory is what I've dropped so far. Except for a little bit of the silk. I guess the actual, like, session thing that shows all of the drops might also be everything that I've dropped. But who believes that? No. I'm just lucky I got the eye off of meter, not using meter. I had to say it 3 times. But I don't need it, so. Alright, I'll do one more and then I gotta go. That assignment has to be done before tomorrow class. So, we will do this last one, and then I will be leaving you guys forever. Never gonna come back in my life. I'm done streaming today. No. No, well, too bad. I have to go. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna raid somebody. I don't know who though, because I haven't looked yet. But we're gonna raid someone. And then again, sometime soon, the one I'm spending 1 billion coins on something fucking stupid. So show up. Show up. Who is this? I've never seen this person in my life. Stop. Stop. Just for that, I'm not rating this person. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't like when you eat into my ears. Especially not a pickle. Be respectful, no spam, no promotion. If you want to go live, I'll raid you. That's up to you. You do the same thing with Chip? Yeah, but that was a pickle. Yeah, if you're going to go live, let's do it, and I'll raid you. But hurry up, because I have to be quick. So. Cool. Alright, chat. Like I said, I'll be back. Or I won't be back, but I gotta go. Have a good one. Bye. 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 Let me press it. Bye. Bye-bye, YouTube chat. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.